E-Pragati, E-Raitu scheme. Okay, so a digital platform was being inaugurated by Andhra Pradesh government. So this E-Raitu digital platform will enable the small scale farmers to sell their produce to products at affordable or reasonable prices. So they can find a platform so where the market is there and they can sell these produced products through E-Raitu digital platforms, and these E-Raitu digital platforms are connected with E-NAMs, so electronic national agriculture markets. So a farmer can find out a suitable market to sell his produced. Okay, so this is the digital platform started by Andhra Pradesh government. So E-Raitu project. Next is revolutionary leader known as Kondapalli Koteshwarama passed away in Visakhapatnam, and this Kondapalli Koteshwarama is a revolutionary leader, so who was born in Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh, that is Pammeru of Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh, and she was an active leader independence. So she have served for nearly 100 years. So she was born in 1919 and she was died on 19th of September 2018. Okay, so after 100 years. So therefore, there may be question on this Koteshwarama also, and she has joined Congress party during independence movement, and also she was an active member of United Communist Party from 1940s to 1950s, and she also participated in Telangana rebellion movement during 1946 to 1951. Okay, so therefore, so remember the name Kondapalli Koteshwarama. So Kondapalli Koteshwarama, she has written a book also known as Nirjana Varadi. So Nirjana Varadi is the book written by this Kondapalli Koteshwarama. And next, very important, okay, for the aspirants here, so because they get benefited to this scheme, so which is known as Yuvanestham scheme. Okay, so Mukhyamantri Yuvanestham scheme, so which is a unemployment allowance scheme started by Andhra Pradesh government. So it provides rupees 1000 scholarship or 1000 allowances, okay, to the unemployed youth to get trained, okay, themselves for skill development or for the application of any central or state government jobs. Even the government of Andhra Pradesh has come up, okay, to provide training to the nearly 10 lakh youths to 260 training partners, 260 training partner centers. So our AP government will provide training to the youth, okay, along with the countries like Singapore, UK and Germany. So the main objective of this Mukhyamantri Yuvanestham scheme is not only providing the financial support to the unemployed youth, also to get them government jobs which they are preparing, or else get them private jobs in a private companies too. So from unorganized to make them into organized or systematic way of life, the financial assistance of rupees 1000 is being provided. Also the state cabinet is thinking, okay, following the state cabinet is observing, okay, to increase this 1000 corpus of fund to 2000 rupees per month. Okay, so under Mukhyamantri Yuvanestham scheme. Next, cyclone Titli. So a series of cyclones will hit the eastern coast of India. So most of these cyclones are these typhoons or tufans, which is called tufans or cyclones. The cyclone storms hit the coast, eastern coast of India only, and most devastating states are Andhra Pradesh and Odisha along with Tamil Nadu. Okay, so series of cyclones. So this time in the month of August, that is according to the IMD, so Indian Meteorological Department, so cyclone Titli has hit the coast of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. So, when we speak about these cyclones, so recent cyclones in India, series of recent cyclones in India like cyclone Oki. So, cyclone Oki which has affected the coast of Kerala, Gujarat, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Next, cyclone Varda. This cyclone has hit the coast of Andaman Nicobar Islands, Visakhapatnam, that is Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, okay, fine, and also north of Tamil Nadu. Next, cyclone Hudhud. So, cyclone Hudhud in the year 2014. So, this is the most dangerous and devastating cyclone which has destroyed the financial infrastructure in Visakhapatnam. Okay, so, most of the lives were not lost, but we have lost the financial sources, okay, fine, especially the fishing, okay, and fishing boats as well as infrastructure in Visakhapatnam. And cyclone Philin. So, cyclone Philin, this was the second strongest tropical cyclone in India since 1999. So, this was hit in the year 2013. So, even Andhra Pradesh, Odisha along with Jharkhand also affected, okay, with these cyclones. So, the effects of cyclone was seen even in Jharkhand also. So, the waves of cyclone, okay, fine, has devastated the Jharkhand state also. Next, cyclone Helen. This cyclone was seen in the year 2013. So, it also affected Andhra Pradesh. Next, cyclone Neelam. So, cyclone Neelam, this is the deadliest cyclone in India. So, during the year 2012 in Bay of Bengal, so which has created cyclonic storms and devastated the coast of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. So, these are the series of cyclones which has, okay, hit the coast of Andhra Pradesh along with other eastern coast like Odisha and Tamil Nadu, okay, following. So, whenever the cyclone affects, it affects north of Tamil Nadu, south of Andhra Pradesh. Again north of Andhra Pradesh like Vijayanagaram, Visakhapatnam, okay, as well as south of Odisha coast. So, these are the places where the cyclone is mostly seen, the cyclone storm is mostly seen. So, therefore, you remember the names of those areas, or if there are any ports, coastal economic zones, okay, so automatically you just remember those locations, okay, for the examination point of view. And next, Andhra Pradesh Legislative Council member MVVS Murthy passes away. So, he was passed away on 3rd of October 2018, okay, in a road accident at Alaska of Andhra Pradesh. So, MVVS Murthy is a very famous educationist and industrialist, okay, fine. So, has brought some changes, revolution in education system by founding Geetham University, that is Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management. So, he was passed away in a road accident on 3rd October 2018 at Alaska of USA. So, he served as member of Lok Sabha from Visakhapatnam constituency for 2 times, and also he served as chairman of Visakhapatnam Urban Development Authority from 1987 to 1989, and now he is serving as MLC, AP MLC, and he was died recently. So, MVVS Murthy is a famous educationist who passed away. So, there may be a question on his biography also. So, please have a look over it. And as according to the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014, the central government has promised to establish the Tribal Central University. So, therefore, okay, so the central government Universities Act, Central Universities Act 2009 has come up and approved for setting up of a Central Tribal University in Andhra Pradesh. So, this is to come up in Relli village of Vizianagaram district, okay, as mentioned in 13th section, 13th schedule of Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014, okay, and a total of 420 crores, okay, 420 crores is being spent as a first phase expenditure in setting up of Central Tribal University. So, Central Tribal University to be come up in Andhra Pradesh at Relly village of Vijayanagaram. Next, Bhuseva program and Bhutar web portals were being launched by Andhra Pradesh government, and these web portals to make land records available to people, okay, in Amravati. So, any person, okay, fine, can register in this Bhuseva or Bhutar programs, okay, to avoid the overlapping or misusing of land records, okay, by the poachers. So, the state government has got its share of 229.05 crores under State Disaster Response Fund. The Home Ministry, the Union Home Ministry has released these funds as central share to states. The state share of Andhra Pradesh is 229.05 crores under State Disaster Response Fund. So, this is approved by Union Home Minister Dr. Sri Rajnath Singh. So, if there are any disaster or else if there are any cyclones or environmental disasters, so these funds can be utilized by the state governments. So, this will be central's share for the Andhra Pradesh state governments under National Disaster Response Fund. So, NDRF. The central government has approved a separate high court for Andhra Pradesh. So, a separate high court to be organized by state of Andhra Pradesh from 1st January 2019, and the Supreme Court of India has also approved the 25th High Court of India. So, that is Amaravati High Court to be set up in Amaravati, the capital city of Andhra Pradesh. A temporary functioning of a makeshift building is to be established by Andhra Pradesh, okay, and shifting of the High Court of Hyderabad, that is the share of Andhra Pradesh, okay, to be made as soon as possible, okay, and organized by 1st January 2019. So, in wake of this Bifurcation Act 2014, a separate High Court was being promised by the state government, promised by the central government to the Andhra Pradesh. So, therefore, so it is to function from 1st January 2019 itself. So, 25th High Court of India and the very important High Court of Andhra Pradesh to start functioning from 1st January 2019 itself. So, this is being approved by Supreme Court as well as the central government also. And National Green Tribunal Chairman Adarsh Kumar Goyal has established a committee, okay, headed by himself, okay. So, a 4-member committee to be established, constituted by NGT, National Green Tribunal, to examine the waste dumping of Polavaram project. So, a bench which is being headed by NGT chairman Adarsh Kumar Goyal to look after the waste dumpage and prepare a report within 2 to 3 months. So, Polavaram is being constructed. It is a dream project of Andhra Pradesh and it was also given a national status by India. So, this is a national project. So, therefore, NGT has come forward to look after the works of the Polavaram project. So, whether any waste management, okay, or wastage, how the is being dumped or treated, okay, whether it is polluting the environment, okay, fine, or it is polluting the forest, nothing but forest, or rivers, or mines, etc., etc. And members will be drawn from Central Pollution Control Board, State Pollution Control Board, and District Magistrate, as well as and Principal Secretary of the Ministry of Forest, okay, following. And third India Singapore Defence Ministers meeting was held in Visakhapatnam, okay, of Andhra Pradesh. So Dr. Nirmala Sitharaman, Union Minister of Defence, has took part in this third India Singapore Defence Ministerial meeting, okay, and discussed the bilateral issues regarding the defence issue matters as well as the protection of the seas, okay, following, and security of the international waters, so along Singapore and India through Bay of Bengal. In this, even the exercise known as 25th SIMBEX, Singapore India Maritime Bilateral Exercise, was also organized and discussed. So in this, even this INS Shakti was also highlighted, exhibited, okay, in this meeting. Okay. So third India Singapore Defence Ministerial meeting as well as SIMBEX, Singapore India Maritime Bilateral Exercise. Okay. So both are important here. So Dr. Nirmala Sitharaman is the Minister of Defence, okay, following, so who has took part in this meeting which was held in Visakhapatnam of Andhra Pradesh. So Andhra Pradesh has that is Visakhapatnam has a naval dockyard, okay, and Visakhapatnam is a natural port and it is the deepest port in India. So most important points here are, so international laws, international water rules and regulations, as well as how to tackle with the terrorism in the Bay of Bengal region, as well as regarding these smugglers were also being discussed here in this meeting. Under Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana scheme, Andhra Pradesh along with Himachal Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh was ranked top most performing states. So nearly 51.70 lakh beneficiaries have got covered under this Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, so which provides a financial assistance, okay, so along with nutritional food to the pregnant and lactating women. So therefore AP, Himachal Pradesh as well as Madhya Pradesh has got best states performing under this Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. Okay, fine. So just have a look over this scheme when it was introduced, okay, where it was introduced. Okay. Next, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So an agency of this bank which was headquartered in China, so has made nearly $4,000 million crore loans to Andhra Pradesh state government. Okay. So this is to develop water resources and like infrastructure where women and girls are mostly affected, okay, in Andhra Pradesh. So India is the second largest shareholder of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank after China. So China is having the largest share in this AIIB bank. So now India has reached nearly $2 billion investments in AIIB bank. Okay, so therefore, if there are any investments to be made or loans to be got, so most of the infrastructure investments we are getting loans from Asian Development Bank. Okay, following. So now it is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank based in China. So China is having largest share, India is having second largest. Now Andhra Pradesh government has got $400 million, okay, to develop the water infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh where women and girls are mostly affected. And fourth, WHO Global Forum on Medical Devices was held in Visakhapatnam. So this is a 3-day event which was organized by World Health Organization. Okay, very important here is this is the first World Health Organization's forum on medical devices organized in India. So that too in Visakhapatnam. So this is a great news for Andhra Pradesh, and therefore, so there is a possibility, okay, of a question. So December 15, 2018, a 3-day event was organized, which is known as fourth World Health Organization Forum on Medical Devices for increasing access to medical devices, okay, which was concluded in by Andhra Pradesh Medtech Zone in Visakhapatnam of Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So, AP CM has took part in this event at Med Zone of Visakhapatnam, and remember, so this is the first time that World Health Organization Global Forum on Medical Devices were being organized by World Health Organization. So, this is the first time in India, okay, that too in Andhra Pradesh, okay, at Visakhapatnam. So, there might be a question on this, okay, fine. And this was first, that is first Global Forum on Medical Devices was organized in Bangkok in the year 2010. Second was organized in Geneva in 2013. Third also in Geneva in the year 2017. So, first Bangkok 2010, second Geneva 2017, third Geneva 2017, and 2018 December 15, okay, fine, at Med Zone of Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So, this is very first time in India a global forum on medical devices were being organized by World Health Organization. As said earlier that Andhra Pradesh is going to get its separate high courts, its own high court. So, 25th High Court of India and the High Court of Andhra Pradesh. So, therefore, Justice Chegari Praveen Kumar was being appointed as the acting Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, which is going to start from 1st January 2019. Okay. So, Justice Praveen Kumar was being appointed, okay, as the acting Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh High Court by Governor ESL Narasimhan on 28th December 2018, okay, under the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution of India. So, President Ramnath Kovind has appointed Chief Justice Chegari Praveen Kumar as the CJI of AP. Okay, so, he takes oath in presence of President of India or in absence by, okay, in the presence of Governor of Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So, AP's first Chief Justice is Chegari Praveen Kumar. Okay. So, these are the important topics for current affairs, friends. Okay. So, please have a look over this. Okay. We will also discuss about the important government policies of Andhra Pradesh as well as schemes of Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Thank you. All the best.